Hey, what up, y'all? You got the Saj here. I put together a little video tonight for one of the viewers sent in a question. He goes by, his name is Daniel J. I'll just put it as Daniel J. And he had a question in reference to were were there any were my dice actually rotating when I released them? Excuse me. So I decided to put together a little video here to to just give them a preview, and what better way to do it than to talk about pitch control. So I'll go ahead and let this run, okay? And you can see my little flower pot there in the background is swinging, so it's a windy day out. You can just see it's a windy day out. As you guys know, the first few frame before the slow-mo kicks in, it's going to be in real time. But in this video here, head on, and I'll try to zoom in a little. Okay. During the release, as you can see, the dice have the dice have sizzling rotation on them. But one thing, I guess, with my release, my dice stay very tightly cropped together during the release, so it almost looks like I'm throwing a dice barrel sometime. And so I'll just let this run. Here goes the second toss. Okay. Again, the slow-mo hasn't kicked in yet, but I'm gonna speed it up and get to the slow-mo. The set that I'm using is the 5-4-5-4 set. And all right, let's speed it up. And I think we're in slow-mo now, and I'm gonna try to walk through it. All right, here goes toss number one. And the dice are out. Okay, release in flight. Let's back up. And now I'm gonna zoom in, on it so we can get a better close-up. And I don't have a landing zone cam on this, of course, but guys, trust me, when the dice are landing, they stay just as tightly cropped as they are in the air. And my dice don't pile drive each other into the felt, except on occasion. I ain't gonna tell that lie, it does happen. All right, so let's try and speed it up here a little. Whoops, went a little too fast. Here goes. Let's back it up, and dice are out. All right, we totally zoomed in, and I'm gonna stop it frame by frame. 5s, 4s, 2s coming at you, 4s, step 5s, and out. Okay, so that was toss number one. And Mr. Daniel, I guess it just gets a little hard to see the spin on the dice, I guess, from the camera angle that I was using in my previous video. But let's go to toss number two. All right, so here we go. Dice are moving and the dice are out. Here we go. In this one here, I think you can see the 3s, the 5s, the 4s. And again, notice the dice. Yep, there's not much separation, but trust me, by the time they get down to the felt, okay, there's enough separation to where they stay tightly cropped and they don't kiss off of each other, and they trickle nicely up to the back wall. Okay, so that was toss number two. Again, I'm using the 5-4-5-4 set, and I'm gonna try to speed it along here, because this slow-mo thing can take a bit to come up. All right, let's back it up. Here we go. All right, so and this is what, toss number three. Dice out. Here we go. All right, as you can see, got a nice little separation there from my previous. Okay, you can see the 3 and the 4, so the dice are a little bit out of sync. Okay, the bottom die is exactly one die face forward. That's what Cashier Cage be talking about. That's why you always hear me talk about turning the bottom die one click back. okay, because the bottom die just ends up being the culprit. It just spins a little bit faster, I guess, having to do with the grip pressure. So that there was not a great toss. So let's go on to the next one. All right, this is what's it about, toss number 4, and here we go. Whoop. Here we go, dice are out. Okay, coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. All right, let's back up and take a look at that one. All right, put my hand in the launch position, okay, and normally I like to focus in on the landing zone, and I'm gonna try to speed it up here just a little, okay. When my head comes around, okay, for some reason I'm having a little problem here. All right, here goes. All right, dice are out, and you're gonna see, try to stop them in flight. You see the 3s, the 5s, the 4s, okay, the 2s. So the pitch control on that hand there, okay, on that toss was good, not as tight, but good. All right, so let's speed it up. All right, get to the next toss here. All right, I think this was like a 15-roll hand or something. So, all right, here goes. Dice are moving, dice out. Okay, I'll just let it run. Okay, and again, let's back it up and try to again, looks like this time here the pitch control was a little bit off. See the 5s on the top, the 4, the 4 on the bottom is coming around, and the 4 on the top is still coming around. So as you can see, look at the 2 on the bottom and look at the 2 on the top. Okay, the 2 on the bottom is already coming around, and the 2 on the top is still facing. So they're starting to get out of sync. That's why that quarter turn, you always hear me talk about it, quarter turn, the bottom die. So let it run and go out. Okay, all right, let's speed it up and go to the next toss. And for each of these tosses, actually, I'm speeding through it so fast, but I've been marking it, the whatever the toss was. Okay, let's back it up. Here we go. And dice are out. Okay, those are coming right at you. And okay, that was a beautiful toss. Okay, again, like I said, my dice don't separate much in flight. I've been working and trying to get a little separation, but I have learned to keep, use that as an asset, keeping my dice tightly cropped in flight, as opposed to getting that separation. I'm still working on getting separation. And all right, here we go. Let's release this one. Dice are out. Okay, and I'm gonna just let it run through, and you're gonna see coming at you. All right, now let's back up and take a closer look at that. All right, dice are out, and I'm gonna stop them in flight. And as you can see, that's the 2s, 3s, 5s, 4s, 2s, and out. Okay, so again, the rotational control, the pitch control is on that one was very nice. And you know what? Okay, I'll show you, as because I've been zipping through it, but I think I've been, no, I thought I was holding up the dice at the end, Maybe in this video I didn't do it, but I'm actually marking whatever number was hit up top. Okay, all right, let's keep it going. I'm not going to dwell on that. This is about pitch control and showing the rotation on the dice. Dice out. Next toss. Okay, coming at you. And that one there came out so tight, it almost looked like a dice barrel. And a lot of my toss normally look that way. Let's back up, take a closer look at it again. I hope this is being captured. All right, here we go. Dice out. Look at how tight the dice stay in flight, almost like a dice barrel glued together with little separation. And you know, they stayed. Let's back up and take one more look at that one. Again, there wasn't much separation on them. However, the dice did not clash. Okay, here we go. During the landing, dice out. All right, let's stop it and take a look. See the 2s, the 5s, the 3s. You can see the 3s perfectly aligned on top of each other. Okay, but trust me, by the time they start going out of frame, they begin to separate and they trickle up gently to the back wall. The 4s, the 5s, okay? It almost looks like they're glued together like a dice barrel. Guys, that's how I throw the chopper, okay? I don't get as much separation as Cashier Cage, but trust me, I still end up getting close to the same results, you know. There you go, the 4s. And when I say the same results, I mean as far as the dice, you know, landing and trickling up to the back wall, even though, you know, Cashier Cage does this shit in his sleep, you know. I still have to work at it very hard. All right, here we go. Let's back up, take a look at this next toss. And all right, let's back it up. Here we go. Dice out. All right, coming at you. And once again, those look like they stayed relatively nicely cropped together with good pitch control. You know, all your tosses are not going to come out 100% in sync, but if you could get, you know, what's that, 2s, 5s, 4s, 3s, okay? If you could get the majority of your toss with some pitch control, you know, with staying in sync, you'll have a higher probability of hitting primary hits, more than likely. Okay, I'm not gonna say all the time, because shit, dice gonna do what they do when they hit that felt. But if you can at least have your pitch control, keeping the dice in sync during release, it will go a long way in helping you, giving you primary hits. And for a given set, whether it's a V set, 2V set, 3V set, you know, whatever, you'll probably get a higher percentage of, let's say, for instance, the hardware set. If your dice stay in sync, you probably will get a higher percentage of hardways, you know, for that given set, because of your dice staying in pitch control, okay? All right, here we go. And I'm not sure what number toss we're on. I'm just here talking and letting this run through. Here we go, dice out. Coming at you, I'll stop it here. Okay, let it go, 3s, 5s, 4. And again, the dice look like I'm throwing a dice barrel, but trust me, it's 2 dice. You know, that's, again, you know, that's just how they fly when I release them, you know. All right, let's go to the next toss. Oh, I think I skipped through it a little too fast. Here we go, dice are out. Coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. Okay, And let's back up. Let's go back and take a look at that. I could really zoom in closer, but I don't want to zoom in any closer, because then the picture gets a little distorted and blurry and stuff. So I'll just let's see. I'm gonna try to give it just a little bit more. All right, here we go. And dice are out. Okay, start to get a little bit out of sync. If you look, stop right here, you're gonna see the bottom die is already showing a 5, and the top die is still on the 4. Now when I let it go, that's a 5 that just came around on the top. Okay, so again, having the dice set a quarter turn clockwise would definitely help on that one. When you throwing the dice in real time, it's just hard to tell, but good indicators if you're using, let's say the hard way, 5-4 5-4 set, and you get during your come out roll you get a 3-4-7. Well, you automatically know you're single pitching. Well, what I would do is take and turn one die a quarter turn back, because I know more than likely my bottom die is the culprit. So that's how I use this type of information in real time. All right, next toss. Dice are out, coming right at you. And that one wasn't too good. Let's back up a little. Here we go. So, Mr. Daniel, I hope this information is answering your question about the rotation. But again, I always like to go back, and this is something you'll hear Cashier Cage talk about, that you should always check your pitch control and your dice from time to time to see what your dice are really doing. And here we go. Dice are out. Okay, that one. Okay, yeah, that one was decent, but it started to go out of sync. I can tell the pitch control is a little bit off. I need to be very careful when I'm trying to fast forward. All right, let's go to the next toss. All right, here we go. And dice are out, coming at you. Okay, yeah, I think that one there, that's a beautiful toss. I think that one there was a nice textbook toss. All right, so first off, I'm gonna back off a little so we can watch it in flight. Just a little. Okay, here we go, and dice are out, coming right at you. Okay, now let's go back and take a look at that in slow-mo, and I'm going to try to zoom in here just a little. Oh, zoom in the other way. Hello. All right, let's take a look at that toss again. Same toss. Oh, back up. This thing is so sensitive. Here we go. And dice are out. I'm gonna stop it in a frame here. All right, you can see the 2s coming at you, the 5s, the 3 to 4. Okay, again, the dice are rotating in sync, and with the camera angle that I use, because I like for the viewers to see what I'm doing when I pick the dice up, and then I got my landing zone cam showing how the dice are hitting and ending up as they trickle up to the back wall. You know, they're not scattered all about. Again, one of the characteristic of the chopper is having your dice tightly cropped, and I work hard on that shit, trying to keep them tightly cropped. Okay, and getting primary hits for a given set and all that good stuff. Here we go, dice are out. Let's see the stars here. Coming at you, yeah, that one there was decent. Let's back up, take a look at it again. I wish I could get two cameras synced up in slow-mo, one showing the release and one showing the landing zone, but I don't know if there's software out there that can do that or how to go about it, but I will sure enough look into it. Here we go, coming at you again. I'm gonna try to stop it in flight. Let's take a look at it. All right, see a 2, a 3, see the 5s. Okay, there go the 5s, and you can see the bottom die is already, might be a little bit hard for you to tell, but the bottom die is already going around, coming around, and the top die is still facing. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit out of sync. Let it run. Okay, you can see the 4 on top and the 4 on the side is already gone around. Okay, so that's why Cashier Cage always talked about the bottom die being the culprit. So let it run and out. All right, just got a couple more tosses here, getting down to the end, almost to the end of the video. All right, here we go. Let's speed it up. And dice are out. There we go. That one there, textbook toss again. Pitch control. 90% of these tosses came out pretty decent, and I was happy with this session because I wanted to check my pitch control, and actually looked like it's improved a little. Here we go, dice are out. Let's stop it. See the 4s, 2s, 3s, 5s, 4s, and out. So yeah, that was a good toss. That was a good toss. Okay. All right, let's speed up here, get to the end. I think I'm coming down to the end. Got about whoop. Here we go, and dice are out. Coming at you. There you go. That was another beauty there. Again, guys, I've been working hard on my toss and trying to keep my pitch control, get my pitch control right. And as you can see, the dice have good rotation on them, and then it's all about getting them to, you know, land and gently hop, skip, trickle. Dice are out. Okay. There go another beauty coming at you. All right. That one there, I'll look at it one more time. And I wonder if I can push in a little on that. Let's push in. All right. Here we go. All right, yeah. So again, from time to time, I like to go back and always review what my toss are doing. And from the scheme of things, it looks like my dice are staying in sync, and every now and then they go out of sync. But let's stop it. 2s, 3s, 5s, 4s, and we got separation on that one actually. 2s, okay, 3s, and out. So again, every now and then I do get that separation, but for the most part, my dice, they don't separate. They fly very tight in sync, and it makes it hard to see. So I understand what let's zoom this out a little. I understand what Mr. Daniel, why he asked the question. You know, was there no rotation on my chopper? And well, again, by doing this pitch control video, what I'm demonstrating here is, yes, sir, there's definitely a rotation on the dice. However, it's just a little hard to see it when I'm filming a regular video because because of the position and the angle of the camera. I don't have a frontal view like how doing this pitch control is right now. And so let's speed it up. I think this is probably the last toss here. And yep, last toss. I'm gonna let it run real time and you'll see. And trust me, that's what those dice look like when they leave my hand. They got a sizzling spin on them, but it's hard to see during the regular filming. I think yeah, there might be. And look at the plants as they wave around the background. I think this is the last toss here. All right, here we go, and dice are out, coming at you. In real time, it's hard to see those dice spin like that. So, all right, I'm gonna stop here, and well, I'm gonna let it run, but I'm just gonna run my mouth. Again, guys, it's good to go back and check your pitch control just to see what your dice are doing. I don't care what type of toss you toss. You always want your dice to stay in sync so that you know what your dice are doing. Are they staying? And finally, a 7 out. That was a thumbs down for the 7 out. You know, you want to know what your dice are doing so that, you know, when you set your dice, you want them to stay in sync at least until they hit the table. That's about as much influence as we can have over them. And, you know, or else then it's all for naught. If you're not going to worry about the pitch control in flight, why go through the headache of setting them, you know, and then picking them up and just throwing them? It's almost like someone who sets the dice, you know, then shake them up in their hand and flings them down the table. Hello, you know. So you know, that's just my 2 cents. But anyhow, I'm gonna stop here. This video been going for a whole 30 minutes now. So Mr. Daniel, I hope this answers your question. And hey, anyone else out there have a question? Please feel free to ask, and I will do my best to try and answer. Especially since the sensei, my buddy Cashier Cage, is out there in the ocean doing his thing. Wish you much luck out there, brother. Get the money, man. Get the money. All right, I'm gonna stop here actually, and I'm giving him props. Come next week, I'm out of here down to Biloxi myself. So, yep, this is why we practice, so that we can go out there and hit the casino with a degree of confidence, and you know, not overconfident, just a degree of confidence, and hopefully go out there and, you know, make a little money and have a little fun doing it. All right, this thing's about to go out, and so am I. All right, stay safe, my peeps. Take care. This has been the Saj. Saj out.